Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Awesome Games Done Quick 2018!
Awesome Games Done Quick 2018 was the biggest event in the series' history. A marathon of speedruns of 155 games over 7 days raised a total of over $2.26 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, topping the record set by the event in 2017. But since AGDQ is a 24-hour event spanning a whole week, there's no way you saw all of it. If you're looking to go back and catch up on something you missed, here are a few great places to start. Hi, this is Dash for Curse, and here are some of the greatest moments in AGDQ 2018.
So, I guess we're ready to go.
Punch-Out! 2 games, 1 controller. Zalad 1 boggled the minds of the crowd with one of the craziest runs ever seen at GDQ. We've seen impressive runs of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for the NES and Super Punch-Out for the SNES, but we've never seen both at the same time. Zalad did the impossible by running both games at the same time with the same controller. With inputs from his controller carrying over to both games concurrently, the run hinged on strategic pausing and maximizing downtime. Of course, pausing itself wasn't simple either. In Super Punch-Out, the start button paused the game. In Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it launched a star punch. On every knockdown and between every fight, Zalad switched his attention from one game to the other, at several points even achieving simultaneous knockouts. In just over 21 minutes and 21 seconds, he had defeated Mike Tyson using a number of frame-perfect inputs to beat him in the last possible second of the first round.
Incredible. Yes. Time on MTPO.
About 2 minutes later, he had cleared Super Punch-Out, beating all fighters in both games in a total of 23 minutes and 56 seconds.
Give it up for Zalad 1.
It was also during this run that donations topped $1 million for the event.
And that's $1 million, ladies and gentlemen.
Mario 3D World Donations Night. Throughout the entire 2-hour any percent run of Super Mario 3D World, there was a bidding war for which of the game's 4 characters, Mario, Luigi, Toad, or Peach, would be used on the game's final stage. When the run started, Luigi held a comfortable lead with about $1,200 in donations, roughly $1,000 more than anyone else. But an offhand comment about Mario being the worst character in the game.
Mario is useless.
It's true.
You won't see him in this run unless he wins the bid war, so...
If you want to see Mario once, you gotta get the donation center for Mario.
So for Mario, he's the best.
Yeah.
Started a rally of donations for Mario throughout the run. After starting in last place, Mario actually took over the lead in the donation war for a short time. The bidding war continued back and forth throughout the run until both Mario and Luigi were both sitting well over $3,000 in donations. When runner Petey Boo asked for the final tally, Luigi had won the bidding war over Mario by a comfortable $700 with nobody else even coming close.
Calling that a winner?
Yeah. All right,
Luigi.
But just as Petey Boo was walking up the steps to the game's final stage, he was told to stop by host Big John, who proceeded to announce a $4,000 donation for Toad.
No, change. Toad with 4,590.
Oh my god.
The message attached to the donation simply said, "It's my turn."
There was a $4,000 donation from Isabella that says, "It's my turn."
Petey Boo chose Toad and proceeded to miss the jump skip in the final stage with the worst jumping character in the game.
I don't think I got it.
Oh, too bad.
It was okay though, he made it the next time.
Let's go.
Battletoads Blind Turbo Tunnel. The Mexican runner, or TMR as he is better known, is one of the best Battletoads players in the world and holds world records in nearly every category.
Well, I'm TMR in case you didn't notice.
However, his warpless run at AGDQ didn't exactly go to plan, as he took a game over in the infamous Turbo Tunnel, but not for the reason you'd think. TMR had to reset the game while trying to activate a glitch that lets him skip the stage. Despite performing the glitch correctly, there are 3 possible results to it. One is instantly clearing the level. The other 2 are dying and soft locking the game.
Well, this is a soft lock.
Okay.
I have to reset.
He soft locked twice, then died again before getting the stage clear result.
Yes!
There we go. All right.
Despite these mishaps, TMR recovered and completed the game in 29 minutes and 4 seconds, well under his projection of 30 minutes. And afterwards, TMR got his revenge on the Turbo Tunnel. Not only did he play the entire jet bike section through, he did it blindfolded. In 4 minutes and 4 seconds, he blindly cleared a stage that most players never finished, even under the best of circumstances. Strada tutorial. One of the most unique runs at this year's AGDQ was a speedrun in Strada for NES by someone who had never run it before. Strada is a popular starter game for speedrunners as the sequence break tricks are relatively safe and simple to pull off. The boss fights are easily broken and the entire game can be finished in just a few minutes. This run proved it as Strada veteran The Darkman78 took the main stage with Jimmy Poopins,
I am Darkman78, with me here is Jimmy Poopins.
who had never once seen the game before. Jimmy took the controller and Darkman guided him through all the tricks he would need to complete the game. One of the most important was the zip, a bug in the game that involves pausing to glitch into a wall and effectively teleport to a different point in the level. That guided run of the game took about 30 minutes. After that, Jimmy started up another run of the game, and he received no help or guidance on his second playthrough. Despite a routing error that had him fight an extra boss, Jimmy completed his first ever speedrun of Strada, a game that he'd just picked up less than an hour earlier. He completed it live under just 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it a hand for our new Strider master, Jimmy Poopins.
Honorable mentions. The Sonic Adventure 2 race between Seraphim1313 and A Mustache began with a donation incentive. The entire room sang along to City Escape, the first level theme.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
The race wasn't especially close after Seraphim unfortunately clipped through the ground and fell to his death in Route 101.
Sonic
But Mustache really jumped out in front for good when he hit an out-of-bounds skip in Crazy Gadget and then followed it up with another skip in Final Rush.
Fast and far, fast and far, fast and far, fast and far.
The so-called Fast FR skip involves simply jumping off the rails and falling through the stage towards the goal ring. There is only about a 12% chance of making it without dying, and Mustache hit it on the first attempt for the first time ever in a marathon setting.
There's no way this has ever been done in a marathon before. This is the first time.
The event is called Awesome Games Done Quick, but one of the fan favorite moments is known as the Awful Block, in which notoriously terrible broken games are broken even further. The block began in the wee hours of Thursday morning with the infamous Superman 64, which featured over 36 minutes of headstrong 1290, clipping out of maps, breaking AI logic, and even shrinking the screen to 20% of its normal size to improve the frame rate.
However, you can put it at this.
Other highlights of the Awful Block included the unfathomably bad Arabian Nights, a 5-person relay race on EnviroBear 2000, and the Taiwanese bootleg beat-em-up Titanic.
As you can see, the ship is sinking.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
The all-bosses run of Bloodborne by Jesus Here's Toast wasn't perfect. There was some mistakes made, but it was generally considered one of the most enjoyable runs of the event. A big part of that was Zeus himself, who began the run by narrating the game in a storybook fashion and remained highly entertaining throughout.
We've come to a blood minister and he's cured us, and we wake up here at Yosefka's clinic with the urge to run.
When the run didn't go his way, he kept the crowd in it anyway.
Can I load a save file?
The penultimate game of the show was Super Dram World 2, a punishing ROM hack of Super Mario World made famous by the infamous Pangai Panga. Grand Pooh Bear took on the challenge and completed the hack of seemingly impossible stages with 31 deaths in just under 49 minutes and 35 seconds. But then, Tazbot, a robot with preset inputs programmed by Master Jun, came in and made it look easy and then impossible.
Ooh, spicy. Spicy.
After a precision Taz run that had Mario dancing through impossible tactics, it got weird. Tazbot started hacking the game in real time, warping between levels, and then finished by beating the final boss of the game using Cappy from Super Mario Odyssey. A Link to the Past Randomizer Race. The randomizer race of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past was the first run of its kind at GDQ, and is unique in that it cannot be routed in advance. Absolute mastery of the game, knowledge of every item's properties, and on-the-fly problem-solving skills are as important in a randomized run as a split-second execution. The randomizer puts items in random locations on the map, forcing players to adapt their runs in sequence break based on what items they get and when. It even allows sprite swapping, which is why the race appeared to be between Dark Link and Mog the Moogle. Andy and Christos Owen, the racers in this run, were put at a unique disadvantage. Neither was given a sword at any point over the entire run. The race was completely even throughout, but it was impossible to tell because their routes diverged wildly after only a few minutes. After spending most of the run doing completely different things, about 85 minutes into the race, they converged. In the same room, at the same time, mere seconds apart in their dash to the finish.
Andy's in the lead by half of a room right now.
The race came down to who was the first to find the big key in Ganon's tower. Andy found it first and pulled ahead for good, winning the race by only a couple of minutes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This could be it.
Oh, there he is.
We've talked about only a few of the 155 runs that happened during AGDQ, so there's a good chance your favourite run wasn't here. What were your favourite moments from this year's marathon? Please be sure to let us know in the comments below. And remember to go fast and enjoy the game.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
There's one.
Never thought I could be so free.